Hi, my name's Michelle Randall. It's 6:49, March 28th, 2021. Temperature 34 degrees. And I slept in my Subaru Forester in the driveway of my neighbor who lives across the street from me, or from where I used to live. I'm shaking a little because I'm cold. I don't know how to do this whole vlogging, sphere. I don't have any fancy equipment. I just have my little teeny phone here. But I'm going to attempt to document my journey from the very beginning into mold and chemical avoidance so that I can heal my toxic body. There are a lot of people in the mold community and MCS, multiple chemical sensitivity, universe that have helped me. And I've been studying their work. I've been reading their books. I've been watching their videos. I've been on their Facebook group. So I'm shaking because of the cold, sorry. And, they helped me tremendously. But, I watched their videos and they're perky and happy and red-faced and out in nature and looking fantastic. And I have yet to see anybody who did it from the beginning and documented really what it looked like. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do. Long story short, I'll be adding a lot more. And but on March 24th, about a year and a month after I finally figured out that my house was water damaged and that I had mold in my basement and my HVAC system and many other places, I no longer could breathe in my house. My airway was constricted. My whole body was like one giant hive. It was on fire. I was like red and on fire. I had been taking measures to survive living there because I had planned to leave and set out on this mold avoidance journey a year ago, and was heading to New Mexico with no plan, but except for I'm just going, and I said a prayer and I was like, God help me, and I just heard this like little whisper in my spirit, wait. So I was like, really? Okay, I'm gonna wait. And the next day, I was headed to New Mexico to a specific campground, and that campground shut down due to COVID. So I was like, thank you, God, because I would have started driving there and gotten there, and it would have been closed, and that would have really sucked. And my dog Bear was also sick from mold and was coming with me. I had to put him to sleep yesterday. I'll talk about that another time. So on the 24th at about 4 a.m., this happened to me and I couldn't breathe and I was on fire. I ran out of the house literally like it was on fire, because I was on fire. I stripped out, so I had studied enough to know, and I had some clothes and I had some camping equipment in my vehicle because I had been preparing for this. But I was hoping to do it in a more organized fashion, but whatever, that's best laid plans. So I literally stripped off all my clothes except for my underwear in my driveway, and I live in a rural area and it was dark so nobody was around, but I opened the back of my vehicle and it was 31 degrees that night. But it didn't matter because I felt like I was on fire. I wasn't even cold. So I put the clothes on that I had in the car, which I wore for 3 days. It was the only outfit that I had that I could tolerate at the time. I even had shoes in here and everything. I have a Thermarest camping mattress. I'll show you where I've been sleeping for the past 4 nights. This is my Subaru Forester 2009. This is a 10-cent tour. It's a little bit messy, but I'm mostly doing this because so many people are like, what? You're living in your car? What? This isn't possible. There must be some solution. There must be somewhere you can go. What about a hotel? What about a shelter? What about a friend's house? Well, the reason that I can't go to a hotel or a shelter or a friend's house is because I've developed multiple chemical sensitivity so severe that if I'm exposed to chemicals for any length of time, my throat starts to close up. And, I'm gasping for air. I've passed out a couple times. That's not cool. So that's why, I can tolerate, I know my car's moldy. My neighbor, hopefully she doesn't mind me mentioning her, has been instrumental because she believed me. That's what I needed. I just needed people to believe me. Everybody kept saying, this is crazy, this isn't right, go back on your psych meds, And I was like, no, I get it now. I finally get it, and I know what I have to do. I just don't know how to do it. And I was afraid. And I got to tell you, I was in denial. I thought, I can survive this somehow. And so I just have to shout out and thank you to Eric Johnson for writing his book, Beginner's Guide to Mold Avoidance, and Eric on Avoidance, and also Brian Rosner. I just couldn't get the mental stuff to read his books, but I watched his videos and I listened to his podcasts, and I was in the Mold Avoidance Facebook group, and I'm in the Nomad. I can't even think. I'm sorry, I have brain fog, so I'm going to be doing more videos soon. But I just wanted to tell you guys that my first diagnosis was sinusitis, chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia, anxiety, and depression. Those are the diagnoses that I got on Social Security disability for. I started going to the doctors for all of this mess in 2013, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. And, you think I would have figured it out. It didn't. It started the day I moved into that house, and I'll do a video where I show that house and add a little bit more. But I just want people to know, my friends and my family who love me, because I put my dog to sleep yesterday, and I put a post on Facebook, and everyone's telling me, are you okay? Are you okay? And the answer is no, I'm not okay. And yes, I am okay, all at the same time. And the reason I'm okay is because I have a really strong faith in God. I'm in a 12-step program that has taught me a design for living that works in rough going. And this is rough going, but I have a framework that I can deal with it, and I can survive it, and I can survive this, and I'm going to survive this. And if you have to go through this, you can survive it too. So I'm out for now, and I'm going to hopefully post a lot. I don't know frequency or where I'm going to have internet or anything. I have internet today, so I'm going to try to, I don't even know how to do this. I don't even know how to upload a video to YouTube, but I'm going to do it, and I'm going to try, and I'm going to document this so that hopefully we can raise awareness for mold illness and multiple chemical sensitivities and other invisible illnesses like chronic fatigue syndrome and myalgic encephalomyelitis. All right, thanks. Oh, and like, subscribe, and share. Everybody says that on YouTube, so I guess I'm going to say it too.